Namaskar, sir.
Namaskar.
How are you, sir? I hope everything about the virus and lockdown is good at your end.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Enjoying the lockdown from my home.
Lovely, sir. And I guess this is the first time that we have asked the guest, how are you? And they have replied that they're actually enjoying the lockdown, which is beautiful.
Okay, thank you a lot. Thanks a lot. Nice to see you.
Yeah, yeah. And sir, before diving into the interview and asking the question, from on behalf of the whole team of Kavyavarsha, not just them, but on behalf of the youth from every district of the country who will be joining us, who are joining us in this live video, thank you very, very much for supporting us in this small initiative of ours. Thank you for joining us.
That's great. My pleasure.
Yes, sir. Perfect. All right, sir. So, before getting into some profession-based questions or anything, हम आपके बारे में कुछ और जानना चाहेंगे. As in Zubeen Garg, the music composer, director, lyricist, or the celebrity, not about that person, but the person you are. आपका philanthropy के बारे में विचार, because अभी जैसे मैंने आपका introduction दिया, so I said more than a celebrity, the one thing that strike everyone's mind is that you're a philanthropist.
Yes, I'm a socialist.
So just basic your ideas on that.
Yeah. I love to work for people and for my country, for my Assam, especially Assam and Northeast region. And all my life, I've been trying to promote the Northeast region and Assam, our music, our culture, to the world. So that's it's like a war for me. Starting from I started from the streets. I was a musician first, then I became a singer, then I became a composer, then started making films and acting also, directing also. So it's a quite interesting journey for me all my life. And socially, I'm very active, working for the people, for the flood, for the each and every problem in Assam happens. I'm always there for the wildlife, for the Save Rhino. I have a big campaign called Save Rhino, Save Assam. Then I plant trees every year, like thousands of trees everywhere in Assam, through my fan club, Zubeen Garg fan club. They are very active here. And currently I'm helping the poor artists of Assam who now having a tough time because of lockdown. So me and my friends, my fan club, we are trying to help them as much as possible, like starting from foods or economic help or something like that. So fully busy in that.
Lovely, sir. And definitely your journey has been, I mean, it has basically been very inspiring for us, especially the youth, because again, it is a bitter fact that we cannot ignore that the Northeast region, the people belonging to the Northeast region aren't specifically as privileged as the people from the mainland country.
Yes.
So regarding that only, throughout your journey as a musician or as a director or as a human in general, did you experience that belonging to the Northeast region made your journey even tougher? Or if you would have been born in mainland India, it would have been a bit easier for you? Anything like that?
No, see, I have a different attitude towards life. So I was, like, when I left Bombay, when I was almost at the peak of my career there in Bombay, I was working for a lot of films, singing for a lot of films. Then again, I came back. And now I'm working from Assam. I have my own studio here. I have my own production house here. So suddenly I felt while staying in Bombay that I should go back and give more time to my people, to my culture. So last 6-7 years, I'm staying in Assam and working from here. So a lot of work to do, a lot of ambitions, a lot of dreams are there. And I think I'm able to do something, at least, for my people. So it's like a journey, I told you. And Are you getting me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay.
Yeah, now you're audible. I lost you
Yeah,
for a
sure.
bit. Yeah,
Sometimes the network is
yeah,
slow.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that is another issue. I mean, most like very prominent of our team members, they belong to the Northeast region as well, and we feel very sad that we cannot always connect with them. They cannot take some of the sessions because of the internet glitch as well.
Okay.
Well, moving this aside, so you mentioned culture. So regarding that, you have extensively worked in Bollywood regarding music. So which kind of music you personally prefer? Will it be folk music or classical or the typical Bollywood music or Hindustani music?
No, I my musical career is a bit different because my father was a magistrate, so it was a transferable job. So all my whole childhood was like moving from here and there to different places. So I met different people, different culture, different folk music. I'm not trained in music. I was not a trained singer. So whatever I learned through my journey with my father, my parents, and I acquired that. And so I always say that my basic foundation is folk music of Assam. And then I started uh, going through Indian classical music. Of course, that's one of the interesting things in my life. And I was very much inclined into rock music in my college days. So if you listen to my compositions and my creations, you always find the touch of our folk and a little bit of rock in between. So it's a folk or rock music. That's my style.
Definitely, sir. And I am absolutely no one to take these two big names together. But if I am ever to, get a vibe from your music, I strongly get that Freddie Mercury vibe from music. And it's not just me, but everyone feels that. And
Yeah,
I guess that's absolutely beautiful that, yeah, you
Queen,
beautifully capture the essence. Yeah,
Queen.
Queen and all the 80s rock music in your music as
I
well.
used to listen a
Perfect.
lot
So
from
we
Queen,
have
from Chicago. Europe, Europe
definitely, so
was,
Bohemian Rhapsody is
yeah, yeah. Tell me.
yeah, it's everyone's favorite. And so, Placid Blues, this idea has sent a very beautiful question and more of a philosophical question. That what is your opinion when people called Assam as backward or not connected to the mainstream? I mean, whenever these backpulling or negative words are used for the region, what is your opinion of that?
No, that's not true actually. If you see in Bollywood now a lot of musicians from Assam are there. They're working there, and they're in very good positions, like all the musicians. The singers are there also. Really connected to Bollywood and the other part of India. It's not true. Yeah. Yes, we are a bit homesick. Our people are homesick. We love to stay in Assam and stay here because the peace you find in Assam and Northeast, you won't find it anywhere. So that's
I guess we
the
will.
problem,
Yeah,
homesick
yeah.
problem. So if I stay in Bombay for 1 month or 1.5 or 2 months, I always feel the urge to come back and stay again here. That's a call of the mother. Yeah. Guys. You're back again.
Apologies, sir. Internet is acting a bit funny today,
Yeah.
and I don't know, the video was paused on its own. Sorry, sir. Like, you can continue
No
now.
problem.
Apologies. Finally, your video is back, your audio is back. I lost the video, and people were also saying that the internet wasn't working. Finally, we are back,
Yeah,
and I
sure.
hope this won't, yeah, the glitch won't take place again. Apologies, sir. I am assuming that people are commenting as well. They perhaps didn't hear your answer properly because the internet was cut short. Can you please repeat? Yeah.
Okay, no, I was telling that a lot of Assamese musicians from Assam and Northeast, they're very nicely established in Bollywood now. They're working hard and they're working in big films and you name Jatin Sharma is there, Dhruva Fukan is there, my brother Anurag Shekya is there. He's doing very well. So, but we are a bit homesick. Yes, that's true. And even me, like if I stay in Bombay for 1 or 2 months, again my urge, like I have an urge to come back again to Assam and work here. So that's a problem. Homesick sickness is a problem, but my people are doing a wonderful job there, I think.
And so, like, when you belong to such a beautiful state that is enriched with greenery and that is enriched with such humble people, it is, meant to feel homesick when you move to a metro city. So, yes, definitely Assam is
That's
beautiful,
true.
and anyone would miss that state.
I hate concrete
All right, sir.
jungles.
So, yeah, definitely everyone does so because, like, of course, and Assam and Bombay, they are poles apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, regarding this thing, like people are constantly commenting the song, and I cannot I cannot ignore that thing. That, of course, Ya Ali, the song is something that has made our childhood. I mean, people who belong to my generation, that is something like once you listen to that song, that just sticks in your hair and it goes on loop. I was listening to this song for 4 or 5 days continuously when I got to know that I'll be conducting this session with you. So we would like to know a bit more about the process of creating that song and some of other soulful songs of yours. Like, how do you manage to put so much soul and so much feelings in your songs and lyrics and whatever you compose?
Yali was composed by Pritam, and actually I was the fifth singer to sing that song. Like many singers, they tried with many singers, and then finally I came, and that was my genre actually. So I was lucky enough to get that song, and I nailed it out very well. And so Yali happened like that. And before that, I sang in 3, 4 films. Before I think my first massive big song was from the film called Kate, which was composed by Anand Raj Anand, and that was Jane Kya Hoga Ramare. It's a nice song. It was a big budget film with big star cast like Amitabh Bachchan, Sanjay Dutt, and everyone. So slowly I went through the Bollywood thing and started singing in different songs. So it was quite a pleasurable journey for me.
Definitely, sir. And today we cannot imagine anyone else's voice spitting that song so well because it is a classic now. Yali is at some other level today. So, yes. Okay, regarding that, sir, now, like moving towards the suggestion part of the interview, to all the youth watching this interview who are interested in music, who are interested in singing, who are interested in writing, particularly because you're a lyricist as well.
Yeah.
What would you suggest to such budding musicians, like how they should start, not just in context of Bollywood, but how should they start their musical journey in general?
Yeah, you see that I mostly write in Assamese lyrics when I compose a song. Like Mostly I write my own songs, lyrics in Assamese, and Assamese is a very poetic language actually. It's a very soft spoken, soft language. So that's an helping hand for us. And I always uh, gave importance to the poetry, the mood swing of lyrics, and the mysticism. I would rather say. I love the mysticism in the, all other songs, in Hindi songs also. That's why I like the classic songs from S.D. Burman, from R.D. Burman, Madan Mohan. I used to listen a lot to them, to all the masterpieces.
Exactly, exactly. Their music is absolutely soulful, and definitely see the glimpse of their composition or their music. और एक जो अगर हम सीधे शब्दों में बोलेंगे जो स्थिरता आती थी, the stability in that old school music, that stability is definitely seen in your music today, where all the other music is getting, about remix zone. So yeah. So my next question, not a question, but it's a humble request, not just from me, but from all the viewers who have been waiting for this interview since days, that can you please sing something, like just 2 lines? It would definitely make our day.
Yeah, should I sing one classic something, some 2 lines?
Definitely.
ओ सुन
Yeah,
मेरे
definitely, sir.
बंधु
Anything.
रे, सुन मेरे मितवा, सुन मेरे साथी रे, ओ सुन मेरे बंधु रे, सुन मेरे मितवा, सुन मेरे साथी रे. It's a great song from the great S.D. Burman, who is also from Northeast, Tripura.
Definitely, sir. He belonged to the royal family of Tripura, and he just ruled the music industry, and we cannot mention the Bollywood industry without mentioning him, definitely.
S.D. Burman
And
was
that
like the
was beautiful.
godfather there. He was the bap. Everyone used to
And
say S.D. Burman is the bap of everyone in music.
you answered another question that I was about to ask, that who is the Bhishma Pitama of music industry, and you somewhat
Yes,
answered that question.
of course.
Definitely, sir. So now, okay, whenever we talk about the music industry, whenever we talk about the journey, there is definitely hardship in everyone's story. And if we don't address those hardships, if we don't address the dark side of this industry, it won't be justified. So there is this word that has been going a lot on the internet these days, that is nepotism. So what is your take on nepotism? Have you ever had any encounter or anything with it?
I must say one thing that I face that. Yeah, it's not exactly nepotism, but I'll tell you an incident. Like when one Yali came after that, I was continuously singing for different films, and suddenly one day, I won't tell the name. One music director called me up, and he wanted to replace me with Shaan because the song was sung by Shaan. So they wanted to erase Shan's voice, and they wanted me to sing it. And Shaan is one of my closest friends there in Bollywood. So I rejected the song. I said I won't do it because we are good friends, we are close friends, and it is my morality doesn't allow me. So those things happened. Even they erased my song and replaced with some other singers. So it shouldn't happen actually. It shouldn't happen. Even Sonu Nigam said that. And I think there was the pressure from the music industries, the companies, and even the directors of the film. And I hated that. And that is one of the reasons why I left Bombay. So it's like, I would say, I live like a tiger here in Assam. So it's better to live like a tiger than living like a dog there.
Well put, sir. Well put. Because definitely, while living life and while running behind, like many people run after success, and while doing that, many people forget that while running behind success, you have to uphold your own dignity as well.
Yes, of course.
You should be happy, and here, like, you have practically delivered a very strong message that whatever we, the youth of the country, do in our life, whatever, if even if we try to go into some commercial industry like Bollywood, we should always put our happiness and dignity first.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Your head should always rise tall.
And you have yeah, and you have put the, you know, dignity of all the youth and all the people who are against nepotism uh, up ahead over everything by this statement of yours, sir. Thank you very much for putting this out so bluntly and so candidly.
Yes, yes. I'm a blunt guy, always.
Definitely. And like, it's amazing that like we like, if it's good for this thing, like if you can be blunt in Assam and you're delivering absolutely beautiful music to your fans and you're living happily, it's way better than being in Bollywood.
Yes,
Of
yes.
course, you're doing work there as well. And mentioning Bollywood, I have had many comments and I have to address them here, that many people are asking about your next upcoming big project.
Upcoming, yes, I'm doing I just sang one S.D. Burman song. So I want to give a tribute to S.D. Burman as the songs sung by himself. Those were masterpieces. Sun mare bandhure, mere saajan hai us par, ji ab ki बार ले चल पार मेरे साजन है उस पार. I'm making a remake of all those S.D. Burman songs, and I've been working with this project like last 12 years almost. So this year I want to release it, though it's not a good time because of Corona and lockdown and everything. But still, I want to release it in October. So S.D. Burman's birthday is 1st October, and I want to release it in 1st October. So that's my next upcoming big project.
Love.
And also I'm doing one Assamese album called Sila. Sila means kite. So I'm working on it. So this year I'm writing a script also for my next film venture. I'm thinking about a comedy film next.
Lovely. And in this world full of sorrows and tears, it's definitely a noble and a tough job to make people laugh and even think about it.
Yes, of
So
course.
definitely a noble work.
But I'm
And
very
more
hopeful
than that, for your fans.
I'm very hopeful that
Yes, sir.
that good time will come back again very soon.
True, sir. True, sir. We are very optimistic for that. And definitely for your fans, seeing the names Zubeen Garg and S.D. Burman in the same line for the same tribute, it is definitely like a dream come true. It would be the most anticipated project for all of us.
Oh, thanks.
All right, sir. So, moving ahead, now combining your musical passion and your thoughts about philanthropy, how do you think that music helps us create peace in the world, and why everyone should have at least some essence of music in them?
Yeah, first of all, music is an exercise for your mind, and if you sing, it's an exercise for your lungs also. So it's a total exercise of physical and mental. So music, you cannot live without music. And once Shakespeare said that the people who doesn't love music, they are like devils. Right. So music should be a part of our life, always, starting from your childhood to your last breath. Music should be there. And music always follows a rhythm. And your whole life is like a rhythm. It's in a rhythm. If you lose the rhythm, then you'll go down. So music should be there always in our mind, in our hearts of the people, everywhere.
Beautifully explained, sir. Beautifully explained. Now, moving towards the most important question of the session, which will be the last question. Before that, if you allow the permission, like, can we move on to some rapid fire questions, some really short and crisp questions?
Oh, sure. I'm bad in that, but
Yeah, definitely. Your favorite singer?
Kishore Kumar, always.
Your favorite song?
And Sting. I think you've heard of Sting.
Aha,
Yeah.
yes, sir, definitely. Who haven't? Your favorite song?
Uh, that's a tough question because so many good songs are there. Like I can't say what is my favorite, but as an Indian, I would say Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram. That's for everyone.
Well, okay. So, being a musician yourself, which song of your own was the toughest for you?
There are a lot of tough songs I made already. Like one song is there. It's called Roi Roi Binale, Nikhai Binale. That was quite tough. Like I took a long time to record it, to create it, and sing it. So I think Roi Roi Binale is one of my toughest songs.
Which song of yours took your heart away? As in, when you sung that song or when you listen to that song, you feel that that is your heart created into music.
It's called Mayabini. It's one of the most famous songs in Assam, Mayabini. It's a dark, mystic song about life, about love, about sadness, happiness. Everything is there. I don't know how I wrote it. So Mayabini is one of the darkest songs of mine, one of the most popular.
Wow, sir. Okay. So, one personality out of the music fraternity, living or dead, that has inspired you the most in your life?
Charlie Chaplin.
Wow, interesting answer, sir.
Actually, two guys. One is Charlie Chaplin, one is Che Guevara.
Wow.
And both are socialists.
Wow, definitely. Beautiful answer, sir. And that was very unexpected, but yet very intriguing. And I personally love that answer.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you can find
Now the next question.
you can find photographs of Charlie Chaplin and Che Guevara all over my studio here in Assam. They always
Wow,
inspire me.
definitely. Wow. One mantra that you live by.
Never back down.
Wow,
Be tall
definitely
like the
perfect.
eucalyptus
And
tree.
the final,
I
yeah,
said, try to be
definitely.
tall like the eucalyptus tree. Always go upwards until you reach heaven
Perfect.
or hell. I don't know.
And definitely, it is something that everyone should practice in real life as well. Okay, sir. And the next question that all the Assamese would definitely love. Um, one particular place in Assam that is your favorite, that you always visit constantly.
There are a lot of places actually. I wouldn't say only about Assam. I'll say about Northeast. There's a place called Tawang in Arunachal. So Tawang is one of my favorite places, and I've done a lot of shooting there for my film, for my songs. So I must say Tawang. And the river banks of Brahmaputra River, everywhere. It's lovely.
Definitely. And sadly, where the other main rivers, the Himalayan rivers that have been flowing in our country, they have been extensively polluted. We are very grateful and happy that Brahmaputra is still protected from that pollution stream, and it's very purely flowing through the greenlands of the Northeast.
And Brahmaputra is the only male river we have.
Yes. And now, coming to the final and the most important question, which I would want each and every viewer to even note down if they want. So, the question is, what is your message for our country's youth?
Youth, yeah, I'm very confident about my youth, my next generation. They're coming up very interestingly, and they're coming up brilliantly, I must say. So, and I want to see them in next 10 years as as the most brilliant students, most brilliant youth in this whole world. They should come up with that, and always be supportive for music, for films, for everything, all creative work. So I want that from my youth, those things.
Perfect, sir. Perfect. And I cannot assure about all of the youth. I cannot give an assurance, but I can definitely give a hope that we totally understand and we totally relate with personalities like you, who have explored their field of knowledge and who have done exceptional work. But other than that, their commercial and professional fields, they're wonderful humans and they constantly give us life lessons. And in this interview, you have constantly given us many mantras and many life lessons to live by.
Yeah, I would say one line from my youth, from a new generation. That is called freedom of creative mind. Always believe in that. That is from Kavyavarsha.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. And finally, there's another question coming in. This was meant to be the last question, but again, this question is very beautiful. And I have a particular bias for this question, so I'll address it right here. Jaideep has asked this question that what do you think about this initiative of Kavyavarsha?
Oh, it's a lovely thing actually. Actually, I love the name Kavyavarsha. It's very poetic, first of all, and I know a lot of interesting people are there in this show, and it's lovely to be a part of it. And thank you for joining me in your Kavyavarsha. It was lovely, wonderful.
So the pleasure has been ours, and it was definitely a dream come true moment, not just for our followers or everyone who is, in some way connected to this Kavyavarsha family. They were all excited to see the poster, but more than them, the whole team was so excited to host you. The whole team was eccentric the moment you shared our poster, and we were all very happy that we have done at least something good, that people like you, personalities like you, are coming on board to help us with our initiative.
Thanks. That's my duty.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much finally for taking out time from your schedule, for being here, and for addressing and answering all the questions with so much blunt honesty.
Oh, thank you, Vaishnavi. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you so much, sir. And the session has been so beautiful and interesting that I cannot say that this is the end of the session. I would just say that this is a small break. And after a short break, we will have you back again on the show sometime. We will steal time from your schedule and call you again on the show anyhow.
Okay, sure. I'll be waiting.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
You.
It has been a pleasure.
Thanks. Have a good time.
Thanks. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Yeah.